Hello everyone, welcome back to the Oklahoma Esports League. We are in week 2 of the Marvel Rivals stream. I am Lucas, otherwise known as Rico. I'm here with the hard-stuck GM player, that guy known. How's it going?
Here I am now and forever. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to see what games we're going to be doing today and how they're going to go.
Yeah, so we're going to be watching Moore and Yukon face off. They are both 1-0, so they're going to be fighting for that 2-0 spot. How do you think this is going to go?
I'm excited to see how it goes. I think it's going to be a good game overall. I think they're about evenly ranked. I'm excited to see what different team comps they're going to try and run, whether they're going to be more dive heavy or poke heavy,
right.
And especially on which maps.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be very evenly matched, considering they're both 1-1.
Yeah, and it all really depends on the bans. We're already seeing some strong bans. We're seeing Bucky, Wolverine, The Thing secured Phoenix banned, and Namor secured. So it looks like they're going to be trying to get some plays going here. We're seeing the all Moon Knight hover on the bottom. How do you feel about that, Mr. Moon Knight man?
I love it. I love the character. Maybe it's a little brain dead sometimes. You know, not much aiming required, but that's okay sometimes. I also see that they have the Magneto and Black Panther, so there's definitely going to be a dive focused, and as well as they're going to be trying to kind of counter that with the Namor and Thing. So I'm excited to see what their plan is for that, on which one's going to run which.
Now, see, the concern with having Magneto and Black Panther in the same game is you're going to have someone going in as Black Panther, but you're also going to have someone who's protecting others with Magneto.
Absolutely.
So as soon as Magneto just looks around, they say, oh, hey, I'm getting attacked by a Black Panther. They just put shield on their teammates, and which that's a good way to get cooldowns out, but ultimately it can end up putting you a whole man down, as the role might not be as strong in what it's supposed to do. But you never know until we see it, right?
Absolutely, and those Magneto bubbles are going to be a really good resource that's really going to kind of make or break the team, depending on whether or not it's on the right person at the right time.
Dude, Magneto bubbles are strong.
They really are.
They're really strong.
They're a very good resource, even for just disrupting for a moment or for keeping one of your supports or DPS alive. It's a very good resource just for kind of stalling for time. So anytime that you get it thrown on somebody as a Black Panther especially is trying to dive on them, if you don't get the Panther's mark off, it will completely disrupt and just trap Black Panther in a place where he does not want to be.
Right. We are seeing unique team comps from both. We're seeing the Winter Soldier on Moore's side, which I am a fan of. I am a Winter Soldier main. But we also are seeing a very good comp. We're seeing pretty even on both supports and DPS and tanks. We're getting into the first fight here. Immediately, Yukon is going to be holding on to the point, but Moore is going to try and fight for it. Seeing that Thor get a little low. A great grab by the Bucky. Just maybe get the pick, but the second fadeaway goes out, getting a little bit. Then Black Panther in the back line. Seeing it get a little tricky. We're seeing a trade come out, support for DPS. Get the rise off with the rocket. Another pick off onto the Scarlet Witch.
That's definitely a hard comp
tank
to play against when you're playing on that group. Having to fight an Emma on your own is very scary because you have so much potential of just being grabbed or just being slowly ticked down by her beam.
Yeah,
so
very well played by
because you're
Yukon.
such a big target, it's very difficult.
Right.
Good pulls and good shots from this Winter Soldier, though. Very good pull on the Emma right there.
Unfortunate pull. Luckily, the Emma didn't follow up. If I was the Emma, I would absolutely follow up, maybe get a pick and then get out. We are going to see a great pick off the Thor. This could win them the round there. However, the Black Panther's in the backline, dealing damage to all the supports, which is a lot harder to regenerate than others since you don't have all the supports. We're seeing an ultimate online. Will it be used this fight? We're seeing a Emma Frost ult silencing everyone. Wow!
Ultimate getting the entire team. That's going to be an easy team wipe there. It's got so much potential just displacing the entire team there.
Amazing ult by Luki Pookie. Insane.
All right, I'm expecting we're going to see a lot of Moore's ults come out in this next fight, so I'm expecting that Winter Soldier to come out. I'm wondering who he's going to be targeting. I'm expecting him to go for either the Rocket or the Black Panther mainly here. He'll definitely be trying to displace the Black Panther before he gets into their backline.
Right. It all depends. This group going in, trying to wall off, and those supports, so prioritize dealing damage. If it's not much that can be done, an ultimate needs to come out here. Otherwise, this fight would just be a stalemate. See the rocket ult come out, and the co-op time from the Cloak and Dagger. Double co-op time.
This is going to be a very chaotic fight right here. There's a lot of heals and a lot of ults for damage coming out very quickly.
We have so many ults from Moore, though, and Luna Snow ult comes out. Mutant Kind, can it hit the Luna Snow? It doesn't.
Good
this
dodge
could be
by
a
the
great.
Luna Snow.
This could be a win for Moore's side. They just need to use a couple ults. If he used these 2 ults, it would be great. They would be in such a good spot. However, they're outnumbered.
They're down
they are
3 now,
very
so
outnumbered.
Really
Clobbering time comes down.
fight.
We see the Namor ult come off as well. Maybe dealing enough, but it's not enough. Just barely not able to get enough picks.
That was a tough round immediately. All the ults came out right within the same team fight, which led to one long brawl. It got a little bit staggered there at the end, missing, you know, their Groot for almost the entire last fight, as well as then losing their Luna and their Winter Soldier. That just caused it to be a little bit unstable for the rest of their comp, having to hold out on their own there.
Right. We're seeing a switch to, I think it was Groot to Magneto. I could be wrong. I looked away. I'm sorry.
They also now have the Loki and the Wolverine and the Phoenix, so it's definitely going to be a bit of a switch up. While on Yukon side, they switch over to the Captain America. They're keeping the Magneto, the Black Panther, and the Wanda. They're going for a little bit of the ghost
living.
This is going to be very sketchy, though. I'm counting on the Captain America sustaining himself because now they only have the cloak healed. So she's going to have to really split her attention between all the different people on her team. Oh, look, now they're switching back to the Rocket here, so that's going to be a lot more heals for them there.
Yeah. I am expecting a lot from this Loki. Loki can give a lot of heals, just pulling down any clone.
Absolutely.
Seeing the clones already come down for healing, it's a great way to prioritize keeping your team alive. Having that many Lokis, you just need to get rid of them.
And I'm wondering to see if the Emma is going to go ahead and use her ult here in the first fight.
This could be an Emma and Scarlet Witch.
Yep, there
we see
comes
the Emma
out.
ult
As
go
long
off.
as that Magneto shields come down,
Seems
it's
to
gonna
grab
be
a lot of
very
people
good,
too.
especially down in that hallway.
Wow. Yeah, that Emma ult also winning the fight. Emma ult is so good at just making sure that it just tells other people's characters, hey, you can't do anything. You're
Absolutely.
going to be walking very slowly to me, and you are not going to be able to do anything. Healing, no.
And especially,
attacking, no.
Especially if you use it in conjunction with, you know, your timing of when does the Magneto have his shield or bubbles, it can be a really brutal ability to use. Here we see the Black Panther going in behind, trying to take out that Cloak and Dagger.
Ooh, the Loki
ability
just
very good at
saves.
just keeping alive there. I'm thinking
Forces
pretty
him
soon
back
he's going to
out.
go ahead and use his ult as they're all grouped up in that small area. This is going to be a very good ult come out.
Seeing some plays go down. Instant pop on the co-op time. I agree with this play. This is great.
That's a very good Yukon position right there just to kind of sustain that fight. It was a very good idea for Black Panther to back out and just get away for a moment on Yukon's side.
The thing is on the point, though. It seems to be taking a multiple people fighting.
Absolutely.
This could be a cap point for Moore. This is exactly what they need right now. And Moore is on the board with that fight. Amazing play.
This is going to be a very, very close fight right here. It's going to be upright and center just because that thing is going to be fighting on the front lines and also has ult. He's going to have to be very careful fighting that Emma because Emma has so much percentage damage and the thing has one of the largest health pools in the game. So he'll be taking more damage than anyone.
I think we're about to see a pure chaos right here. I could be wrong. Looks like this is about to go out. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't.
Stalling a little bit, looking for any of the stuns to come out before she uses it.
Trying to just get out. Barely lives. See a Wolverine ult come out. Doesn't get anyone.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of ults on the board waiting for one of them to come out here. There we saw the rocket ult go ahead and come out. It's still active and up. I'm surprised they're not choosing to try and break it down just yet.
Off, but it doesn't go off due to that Magneto shield. Very well played.
Ooh, the Wanda's got to get away from that Wolverine. It's going to be a very dangerous person to try and fight up close.
Time. Good stun
Magneto
on the Black
bubbles
Panther,
were wonderful on that.
Wow. That's, yeah. Good capture from the side of Yukon. Used a couple ultimates for that, which they're down on ultimate economy. Holy, I can't speak words.
They are down on a couple of the ultimates, but I do think that they'll be able to sustain the fight as long as Magneto's careful with his bubbles and his shield, especially against something like the Phoenix or their Magneto. One of their big worries is they have to be careful with firing near that Magneto. That's going to be a great
Magneto's getting low, just barely live. See here, Magneto coming out. Will it hit? It does end up hitting the Cloak and Dagger.
That's going to be a really big factor in losing their main support there.
Yeah, this could be a fight win for the side of Moore right here.
We see the thing just holding down on that point. As long as they can get that Magneto and Black Panther out, they're going to do great there.
So much sustainability.
That's going to go ahead and be the win there, even with the Magneto still alive. He's not going to be able to break it out there. And that's going to be a great round 2 there for Yukon, or for Moore.
Do you think their comp switch was exactly what they needed?
I think it was definitely a big factor in why they're winning right now. Just because whether or not it's the deciding factor, any bit of switch. Oh, looks like the ult got canceled there midway. That's a very surprising and unlikely thing to be seen. You very rarely see someone like the Thing get very good pick. That's a 4 count from the Wolverine.
This could be a 5. He's attacking really fast with all those stacks. Doesn't get the kill on that one, but there's going to be an Emma ult to maybe try and turn the fight in their favor, but they're also low, so what can they really do?
That was a very good and vicious fight, especially from that Wolverine, putting all the damage onto any of their squishies, taking them all out.
Yukon wants to be able to get a touch off. I don't think they'll be able to. It looks like, they just barely able to start the overtime timer. Looks like there's a lot of ults to be used here. Either that or they save it for the next round. You see the rocket ult come out. Really just trying to sustain, make sure the team stays there. Us against the world. Phoenix
but it looks
coming
like,
out. So many
all the ults are
being
coming out. That's
right
going to be a very big change up.
It's intense right now. Everyone is
if this Wanda can confirm on this Magneto, though, that's going to be almost a guaranteed win for them. But the slum, it comes out.
The stun, just barely lives. Only one on point. Overtime timer is ticking down.
Oh, they had that Iron Fist for the last minute touch, but just couldn't get it.
Barely were not able to capture that point. It's 1-1 in the round.
See, that was a very intense fight there at the very end. I was surprised to see that the Loki ult did not come out. I was expecting them to use it there at the very end on one of their tanks or even their Cloak and Dagger just to sustain the fight.
I agree. But, I mean, I also like the idea of saving the ult, maybe to start, give them a good lead on the first one, since they are the only ones with an ult at the moment. You do see the Iron Fist ult.
It looks like Yukon is throwing a couple of changes in. Going to go Strange, Iron Fist, and Magic as well. So they're going to have a very comp-heavy or a dive-heavy comp with that Iron Fist and that Magic coming out. Probably aiming to take out their supports quick. They're going to have to be very careful, though, with those Loki clones because they provide so much instant stability for the team. So if they're not careful with either taking those clones out or taking Loki out himself, it's going to be hard to really secure a pick on anybody else.
Yeah. I think, and also just the amount of survivability that Loki and Magneto combo, or just everyone on their comp just has. It's going to be hard for them to run a dive comp, but I think it's very possible. It's, it's really anyone's game here. So
absolutely.
We've seen the Iron Fist come out. Ooh, immediate fight between the Iron Fist and Wolverine.
2 DPS who I personally would not want locked in a room together, simply because Wolverine has so much.
Great grab. No, that was great.
Wonderful grab there. Oh, but he's going to have to be forced to challenge this Iron Fist, but he's holding it out right now.
Iron Fist gets really low. Iron Fist trying to dish out as much damage, but again, that Loki
Iron Fist has such a good damage roll. It's just simply that the Loki clones and his ability. Oh, but he goes ahead and he picks out that Magneto and then the Loki. This is going to be a very good fight for Yukon, looking in, taking out now the Thing.
I don't think we should ignore that block from the Strange, single-handedly saving the Cloak and Dagger's life. Very well played by the Bitter King.
Absolutely, and that's definitely one of the best utilizations of Strange's shield, is being able to just block that one quick bit of damage. Even no matter what ult it is, being able to protect your team from just one chunk can completely change a fight.
Even canceling out Hela ults, Phoenix ults sometimes, it's necessary,
Absolutely.
It's a strong utility, and if you are not using Doctor Strange's ults,
that's going to be a quick pick down from the Magic.
Yeah. I need to see a couple of... oh my goodness, I cannot see.
We're seeing the Cloak and Dagger one-on-one over here. Oh, but sadly, Moore's Cloak and Dagger gets taken out there at the very end, but as well as Wanda on Yukon's side. It does look like Moore is going to be able to kind of hold this point pretty hard. That Iron Fist is still on, but he's very low. Cloak and Dagger is very low on the left side as well.
Yeah, everyone's so low, just barely letting that Wolverine live.
But
Everyone's
so
looking at
much
him.
heals coming out now from the
Oh,
Loki.
the
He's
Loki.
just going to be able to sustain his entire team there at the end of that fight.
Yeah. We're going to see the hover things. I do not know what it is called for the life of me, but all I know is that they let you hover. They're going to come out so they can change how people position themselves and start fights.
Like a little bit of patience but only here. But it does look like they're about to get using that
Good
clobbering
escape.
time by the thing. All the teammates are gathering in the same place. There we are. That's a big
time.
goal.
This could
it
get
only gets one,
pick.
but that's okay. They're still going to be fighting it in. Now they're going to be backing out as the thing is taking too much damage there. Just can't quite sustain
Seeing
himself.
come out.
Seeing the Iron Fist ult come out now. Oh, but the
See the
dagger
Loki ult.
comes out as
About
well.
time. Awesome. Very well played. The perfect opportunity for you to use that Loki ult. We're also going to see the Invisible Girl ult come out.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm
we're
watching the
seeing-
Iron Fist still
Could this
continue.
get a few? This gets one.
Very good
Gets
ult
the
by
Loki.
the Wanda.
That's a
gonna
great
be
pick.
a really big pick considering now they don't have the
That's
extra
another.
drones and stuff.
That's two supports, and that's the Phoenix as well. That's a fight win.
Wonderful
Thanks
team fight by
to
Yukon
Coop.
right there.
That was very well played. Good.
All right, they're going to definitely be relying on that Strange Jolt to finish off the next team fight here, especially
Right.
as it's getting closer to the end of the game, as this is going to be the final round of this game. So we're going to be relying on those last two ults, and then the 3 ults on Moore's side to try and rush this. I'm waiting to see. I'm expecting this Wolverine to try and lead out with it and get one of their squishies as long as he's not challenged too hard by the magic.
Looks like this is just going to be an immediate fight here. Immediate rage. Almost
Good
gets
ult.
the
He
pick.
just misses
Just barely.
the Invisible Woman there.
Just barely doesn't. See Dark Child come out, dishing out a lot of damage, getting a lot of health just from dealing damage. This Dark
Absolutely.
Child could go crazy.
They're still holding on to that Strange Jolt. I'm
Barely
expecting them to come out
doesn't
here in
kill.
just a moment. The second that any of the shields get down from the Magneto, they're going to send in a beautiful pick onto the Cloak and Dagger from the Magic.
Looks like this is a cap for Moore. Very well played.
Moore does keep it. They're also about to be
How are
ready
they
for the
going-
Thing's ultimate. Strange on Yukon's side still does have it up, and they're leading up to their Iron Fist again.
Yep. Get that magic out of the way. Cannot have him just being there, able to jump your back line at any time.
Absolutely.
Not a good idea.
It's a
So
wonderful
good
stagger,
kill.
too, for their team in general. Having her come back even, 5 or 6 seconds late will really disrupt with the amount of time that they have to get the point. Expecting that Strange to drop in for an ult right here. There he goes.
Doesn't
He gets
get
the thing,
A lot.
but they sustained the thing in the back line. Amazing performance by the supports there, keeping him up. Oh, and there comes clobbering time, but beautiful Invisible Woman ult there.
That's a
keeping
lot of ults
everybody
coming
up.
out. This is this fight could be what makes or
Go
breaks
ahead
it
and
right
bring
here.
that Loki ult out too. They still have Magneto's ult on
They're
Moore's
surviving.
side, but they're sustaining every ult they have. I'm expecting they're about to use the Wanda ult right here for the final fight. Going to be throwing it in here, as well as they have their own
have the
Cloak and
Magneto
Dagger
ult
ult
as
to
well.
sustain
Ooh.
it.
We're going to see.
But it looks like Yukon is going to be taking it right here as they have pretty much won the team fight. Wolverine tried to sustain it there to the very end, but just couldn't quite hold out right there.
Very well played by Yukon Moore, putting up a strong fight. What do you think was the big takeaway from this game?
I think one of the really big takeaways was simply the support's usage of their ults. They saved them a lot for the times that were really needed, either for engaging or for sustaining.
Yeah. Also, Luki Puki going crazy with both Emma and Magic. It was very well played by both teams right there. But,
Absolutely.
of course, Yukon ended up getting the W here. Very, very well played. 32-10. That's a good stat line.
Absolutely.
That's very good.
And very good final blows from both their
Yeah.
Wolverine and also the Magic. As you kind of said, Lukibuki was just putting in all the work there, making sure that he could finish off anybody who was out of position.
Right, yeah. And those Emma ults, holding everyone was
Absolutely.
great. That was
Especially-
very well played by them.
Especially on a map like
couldn't do
this where
anything.
there's a lot of just lanes, large areas, but that are just in a big hallway.
Right.
You can really get a lot of utilization out of using those ults because that's just where it perfectly goes, is in one straight line. So if you can
Yeah.
trap a team in that area, it can be really
It
devastating.
was just an Emma playground on that map.
Absolutely, it was.
It was insane. So, yeah. I think we're going to be getting into Game 2 very soon, but we're going to go to a quick be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time.
And we are back into game 2.
Yes, sir. How did you feel about that first round?
The first round went well.
thought it
I
went very
think both teams had a really strong like contest on both the point and just in fights in general. Ultimately, again, Yukon taking the first round in this best of 5, but it wasn't with ease. Moore definitely put up a fight, so this could be anyone's game, and I am absolutely excited to see how this is going to go.
Absolutely.
And
both teams had somewhat heavy dive comps at a certain point, but each team also had really, really strong backlines that really kind of sustained
I was just about to say that. Yeah, everyone had like their comps was just great. It was like exactly what they needed. Like even if something wasn't working, they were like, okay, let's change this up.
Absolutely.
Like, they swapped to Strange. They swapped to what was it? Iron Fist. They swapped off a couple things. They knew, okay, this is what we need. This is what we need to address this problem.
Absolutely.
And
And
it ended
sometimes
up-
that's what you want in a team, is
Right.
the ability to know when you need to switch and why.
Right, and it ended up completely changing both teams' playstyles because, as we saw earlier, we had an Emma on side of Yukon, but once the team comp swapped up, they couldn't really play Emma as well. So they were like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and swap to, I don't remember what they swapped. I think it was Magic.
Absolutely.
But we are going to get back into the game. We're going to see the bans come out. Looks like they are now there to counter their picks. Now that they played a game against each other, they know what players are good at what and what is the big problem for the game.
Absolutely.
So-
Seeing that Magneto go out, there's also seeing the Thing and Wolverine, and then on the opposite side, we're going to be seeing that Black Panther, Emma, Thing, and Hulk.
Yeah, we are seeing the Bucky, the Magneto, the Emma, and the Black Panther secured. So this is going to be interesting.
Absolutely. This is going to be an interesting game to watch the Black Panther gameplay, specifically on the defense. Because on Yggdrasil, it's a very, like a very lane map. So we're going to have to kind of see how the Black Panther is going to be able to get behind it and get out very quickly around the different corners on first point.
The corners are hard to hold.
They definitely
They
are.
are hard to hold. So if Yukon, or I'm sorry, Moore can hold off and really just try and make sure that, I mean, both teams are going to eventually need to play on both offense and defense. So this is going to be an interesting way to see how both teams individually decide to hold, but I'm very curious to how it goes. We're already going to go into the fight. Seeing, the Black Panther getting spotted out, quite dangerous for them, unable to get the jump on someone. Just barely might live. See the team
Black
up
Panther's
come
not
out.
going to have the most fun time trying to challenge that Winter Soldier and the Wanda in the same game. This is also going to be very good kill comp once again by Yukon with the Cloak and Dagger and the Rocket Raccoon. On the opposite side, I do also love seeing the Luna Snow just because her ult is so good for the team fight. It's almost
Luna
a guaranteed
strong.
win.
It's a
Seeing the Namor hit some wonderful shots on this Wanda here and sustaining, he's going to try and use some of his abilities just to exit out and make sure he's not getting too challenged by the Thor.
And something that we shouldn't talk about, but, or we should talk about, something that we haven't talked about, but we should talk about. Oh, we see the
Beautiful
Lucky ult
ult
come out.
from the
We
Winter
see
Soldier
one
here.
again come off. Just might get the pick. Just misses due to that ledge there. Unable to chain off.
Oh, but beautiful
oh,
grab
great
onto the
grab.
group. Wonderful kill there. That's pretty much going to secure them their position at getting this first point. Yes, the Black Panther is going to go ahead and try and back out there, keep himself safe. Pushing in a little bit. Oh, but now he's going to be very out of position, but he gets out just in the nick of time.
As I was saying before I got distracted by that great play, we are seeing a team up between Hulk, Namor, and Black Panther. Something that I think Marvel Rivals really tries to drill in is that team ups are so strong. You need to be able to be using team ups no matter what. Otherwise, it's just going to get really tough to fight against a team that is using team up. Like this team up is strong. It lets Namor's look, Squid guys, they do a beam. That does consistently. Going to be seeing ults come on. See a group ult. Very
Great
nice
ult,
group ult.
great
Oh,
ult and Namor
combination
is gonna
by
be
Harry
wonderful.
and Malachi. Oh my goodness, that it stumbled me. That was impressive.
Oh, just trying
Very
to
well
wall off
played
that
by
Wanda,
both
but just
players.
barely missed her. That was a beautiful combination by the two of them. Very good.
That
Just
one, that
overall combination that normally Groot ult is used with a lot of heavy burst damage. I don't as often get to see it used with someone like Namor. And I 100% agree with your statement about why the teams are so important, because that Gamma Squid just does put out so much damage so fast, especially when anybody who's threatening to dive.
See a lot of ults on Yukon's side though. It's about to get crazy.
Absolutely. We're watching the Namor go ahead. Harry's trying to get back up to the high ground. That's definitely going to be his strongest suit. There's going to have to be a very safe place here playing in.
Gets popped off,
very
though.
good pick from.
Armed and dangerous. This could get dangerous.
Oh, but they just take him out before he can utilize it fully.
Yeah.
They're still holding on to the point here. Go ahead and
see
using
the
the
Hulk
Hulk ult. This is going to be very bad if they can kick out that support and then that Magneto.
Just doesn't get it.
Just barely misses it. Waiting to see if he's going to jump in and go ahead and use it. Oh, and there it goes.
Grabs.
Such an unfortunate.
Well played. That's the pick. Does just a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and it's so hard to kill too with the extra heals that are coming in from the supports. Oh, but they do
We're
go
going to
ahead and
go back
get
down
the
to
Hulk
Banner.
out, back down to Banner.
Going to regenerate a lot though. Banner's ult.
We're going to be seeing Yukon has a couple different ults here that I'm expecting them to use pretty quickly, but they do still have the Luna ult on Moore's side that will definitely be used to completely
Used
sustain.
soon, especially with that rocket ult coming out. They're going to need some sustainability. Yep, there it is.
Waiting to see if this Hulk is going to be able to get his Hulk back and switch back into Hulk form. He's definitely able to just keep going as long as he has the heal from that Luna ult.
Yep, there
It's
goes
going to
the
be hard
Hulk.
for that
Back
Strange
in.
to challenge the Hulk.
Going a little. Oh, we're getting a little deep in. Could there a
Oh,
pick
but
come
another
out?
beautiful
Great
ult and a beautiful
combos.
combination between the Groot and the Black Panther. That's going to be so dangerous, having so many characters grouped up in one space, getting marked by the Black Panther and then ulted.
this Groot is working overtime.
Absolutely.
This Groot is really helping out their team, being able to just utilize the fact that they have just big AoE ults that they can just stack and do instant damage.
Absolutely. They're going to have to be real careful here. Moore is going to have to be playing against this corner, specifically with, just like that, with the Winter Soldier being able to pull in. Wonderful wall, though, by the Groot, sustaining himself. Waiting to see here which ults are going to come in next. I'm expecting this Winter Soldier ult about to come in here the second that somebody gets low enough to use it, especially someone like this Holt, if he can manage to get it down. Here it comes in. But
dangerous.
A beautiful counter ult
Gets
from
the
the
ult back,
Cloak and Dagger.
The recharge. Oh, just barely gets it, but
Beautiful
Black
tag on
Panther's
him,
able
but
to
just
get
barely
out.
gets out.
Maybe get a pick on the Namor. Very
Good
well
pick on the
played.
Namor. Go ahead and using the Cloak and Dagger abilities.
Try and just sustain
It
as
does
long
look
as
like
possible.
Yukon is going to be able to push the
Goes down.
payload down quite a bit towards the lane, towards the next checkpoint.
We're seeing an Ultron ult come out just
Good
to
wall to
secure
sustain and
this
stop the
win.
team fight.
Yep, blocks off that Ultron ult. Either way, Ultron can use that ult to heal the team, so the team is going to be topped off on health. We're going to see this Ultron maybe get picked off. No, we don't.
Oh, it looks like the Black Panther got displaced a little bit. Oh, but he just barely makes it out. It looks like they did end up losing him here.
Hulk ult's coming out, just doesn't live. That's not enough health to sustain. Probably going back down to Banner.
Oh, but he gets
the pick,
just
though.
enough health to confirm the kill right there.
Oh, it doesn't confirm the kill. Oh, it did. No, it didn't. Yeah, it did. Okay.
All right, we're seeing that on Moore's side, Luna and Black Panther both have their ults up and ready, with Cloak and Dagger also right on the rise. And on Yukon's side, they obviously have the Strange and the Wanda. Both are going to be absolutely dangerous ults to have in the same place and in the same fight.
If I'm Yukon, what am I doing to try and secure this win? Oh,
I
we
would
see a
say
portal.
exactly that. They're going to be portaling in, securing their place on the payload, reversing
Pure
the position.
chaos.
I hear the Pure Chaos coming through. That's going to be a very good pick there right on the Groot. That's going to be a very, very dangerous thing now for Moore to try and hold.
This
as
is an
long
insane
as
fight
the
right
Black
now.
Panther gets in and takes out one, and then he's keep on going.
Is this a secure for the side of Moore?
Oh,
Io
but a
Agamotto comes
beautiful
out.
Eye of
Maybe
Agamotto
gets a
from that
pick.
Strange. Oh, he's just
barely
able,
doesn't.
but they do end up getting the rocket ult out, but they just can't hold it out.
They
Moore's
can't.
going to go ahead and hold it right there. Unless they can get one more touch, I don't think they're going to be able to there. That's okay. They secured the first point and just got quite stuck right there at the end of the second. That's such a hard point to hold, especially because it's then so close to the enemy spawn on defense.
Right. And it's not over for Yukon. Like, all they need to do is they just need to hold enough to where they don't pass where they were at.
Absolutely.
You know?
And this is definitely one of the maps that I've seen it done the most on.
Right.
This is such a hard hold map that's really hard to secure in some areas. So if you know, Moore is not careful with their composition or with their positioning, it's going to be kind of hard to sustain. It does look like we're going to be seeing a couple switches here. I'm seeing the Venom come out down on Yukon's side.
Venom could be risky. It's a tank for dive. It could work really well, but there's also a chance that it doesn't go as intended.
Absolutely. It does look like they're going to actually switch that, though, back to the hole. I think that's most likely going to be the better pick for Moore
I
here.
agree.
They're going to be locking in a lot on the payload, just trying to force it to move and with, you know, have their fights there. Though on Yukon's side, having the Phoenix is going to put a lot of pressure on Moore, simply because they're most likely going to be grouped up, and Phoenix just has so much potential for any teams that are grouped up too closely. With her Phoenix marks, she can just do so much AoE damage.
Phoenix is strong with those marks. As long as you're hitting headshots as well. Phoenix also generates ult super fast.
Absolutely.
Went in the range at one point, got bored, saw how fast Phoenix generates those. I was like, wow, that's insane. Already seeing a headshot. Already at 7%.
Very, very
Look at that.
good.
Already at
charge
10%.
there, and the
That
marks
is
going out.
insane charge. Like, we're going to be seeing a Phoenix ult probably come every fight as long as they pop it. Are going to see a support get really low. Doesn't get off, though.
They
Still
do-
very low.
Yukon
Yep,
does
there's
lose the
secure.
Luna Snow, which is going to be a bit of, and it looks like they're just slowly losing the team fight right there. That's a lot of damage that they really have to contend with. So I'm not surprised at how difficult it can get really fast, especially with the amount of heals that Moore is throwing out as they're pushing forward. Their tanks are really leading the front line, and having that longer range damage from the Namor is really going to be dangerous for any squishies such as the Luna, the Phoenix, or the Cloak and Dagger.
Right. looks like we're seeing good sustainability come out from the Luna Snow.
Absolutely.
Keep the
On
team
Moore's
alive.
side,
Exactly
Luna
what we
is
need.
getting a lot of ult charge, just as Phoenix is on Yukon side. This is going to be a very, very intense fight here coming up, as
See
both
the
of them are
banner
approaching
go
it.
down though. Ooh, that could change a lot. It really depends on if Strange can hold out. Ooh, looks like it's not going
just
too
about
well.
to defend
This
here to
might
see if Namor can confirm on the
Wait.
Strange. He's breaking down the last little bit of shield that he has, and it does look like he's about to. There he goes. He
There's
goes ahead and
secure.
secure it, and then he's going to grab.
Yep.
Beautiful picks there. That's a very tough fight. It's kind of hard to get back that momentum that Yukon initially had once they start falling through a little bit just with trying to hold that last little bit.
Now-
Especially then with their spawn being further distance-wise than it would be on for this point too. So it'll be interesting to see. We see the Namor go ahead and throw his Gamma Squid out, and now he's up top trying to put the challenge on the Phoenix, it looks like.
getting a little crazy. Gets
Oh,
the pick.
beautiful
Ooh,
pick
that
from
that
the
could
Hulk
change
right
a
on
lot.
Icy.
This could change a lot. Oh, this could change a lot. Oh, these picks.
Boy, Vicky's just securing those kills in the back line of their
That's a
major
lot
players.
of ults online as well. Every ult is coming out. Every single
Very
ult. That's
ult heavy
3
here.
ults on the side of Moore. That's a team.
Vic is
fight.
absolutely dominating, though, getting at least 3 or 4 picks in that fight, completely staggering everybody. That's going to be a very, very tough point and fight here now for
Yeah.
Yukon to sustain. They're going to have to be coming in and using a lot
They
of their
need to
ults
use,
here.
I think
I'm
they need to use all of their ults. If I am on the side of Yukon right now, I would be
Absolutely.
using every
And
single
it looks
ult.
like here
You see
comes
the
out
Eye
the
of Agamotto coming
Agamotto.
out. Gets one. Sustains the ult. Ults
Hulk
just
is
barely
one,
lives.
Namor is one, but just barely gets out. They're going ahead and going to be using the rest of the ults on Moore's side, and all
Gets
the
the
ults
pick.
are coming out on Yukon's side, except for
Get
Phoenix.
another-
They're going to be trying to save that out.
Phoenix comes
Here comes
out.
the Phoenix ult out.
Damage coming out.
Came out just a little bit early, so they still had the Luna ult up. Just kind of hard to get
might
that
not be
finishing
enough.
touch of damage. It's going to rely on
Yukon
Phoenix
might
here,
not
most
have enough for
likely for
this.
being able to touch. They do get the Hulk down back to banner. Are they going to be able to secure him out? No, the
That
Black
damage is
Panther and the
insane.
Strange just do just too much quick damage there, forcing them in that small hallway.
Ooh, it's really close.
Moore's
That
Doctor
Namor
Strange is coming really close to their Eye of Agamotto once again, whereas on Yukon's side, they are
They need to
lacking
pop
a
it
lot of ults.
immediately.
They're most likely going to be getting it first and securing it. They go ahead and do secure that second match, so that's going to come down once again then to 1-1 in this game.
Yeah, that was well played by Moore. Wow. I was completely expecting Yukon to use a lot of their ults and actually win that fight, but no. Moore just turned it around completely.
Absolutely.
Like they just said, you have a bunch of ults? Okay, we have ults of our own. We don't care. We're just going to do exactly what you did to us.
Absolutely. And they
Very
definitely
well
got
played.
picked off right as they started to get ults, so it started just staggering until they all had ults together and they were forced to use them all in one team fight, which really ended up damaging them as then Moore started to get their ults, more conversely, they'd use one and then they'd get another one pretty quickly, so it just ended
Right.
up being really once a struggle once they got into a team fight where none of them had ults, whereas Moore had multiple.
Do you think this is going to go down to a round 5?
I think it could possibly.
I
So
think this
far
is
as
gonna go
we're
down to
seeing the
around
teams
5.
play, they're definitely very evenly matched. It looks like it's depending more on the maps than
Right.
anything. So I'm definitely expecting this to be a longer one.
Yeah, and we're going to go to a quick be right back while the teams go ahead and get set up for their next match. Don't go anywhere. we are back. Moore putting themselves on the board.
Absolutely. It's
1
going
and
to be
1.
1 and 1.
Yeah, 1 and 1. It's going to get crazy.
I'm excited to see what this next map is going to
I'm
bring.
also excited. Right now, just going into bans though. So this is. What do you think Moore did differently from the first game that won them the fight, and what just won them the game? Also?
I think they played as a team a lot more there, which really helped their case. You know, having that group up and also just putting out a lot of damage very fast. Vic specifically playing on that Hulk, it was doing a lot of work there, especially when he got in their backline. It's looking like it's going to be a all Squirrel Girl versus all Moon Knight game here.
Oh.
This is my dream come true.
This is your utopia right here. This is your utopia.
Absolutely it is. Looks like we're going to see a couple different bands. That Namor, Groot, Black Panther, and Hulk versus the Black Panther, Magneto, Wolverine, and Hulk there. Securing on the Phoenix, the Wolverine, the Emma, and the Winter Soldier there. Going to see a couple different changes here, with Moore specifically going on to the Jeff, which is going to be a bit of a change up here that we haven't seen just yet.
My boy Jeffrey's here. He's
Absolutely.
here. He's ready for. He's out for blood. He's ready to win.
How do you feel about Jeff as a support character?
I think when he first was released, I thought he was fun. Everyone loved playing him, mainly because of their ult. Getting 6 and just able to walk off the map, just automatic win fight. That feels so satisfying. But in like actual practice and like professional play, I feel like it's not as good. But now that with the buffs and Jeff's beam just being extremely strong and his bubbles and everything, just kind of having a whole rework now. He has a little like a little pool of healing that he does whenever he starts his ult. It's very nice. I don't know how strong it is. I haven't played enough of the game to see how strong it is, but we're going to find out. So
absolutely, and I'm excited to see, because Jeff is such a long-range potential character with both his healing and his damage, especially when he's sitting here on this high ground. He's going to have a lot of potential for supporting his team down there, as long as he doesn't get dived by anyone. But it doesn't look like that's really going to be happening here. Not much dive happening in this round so far.
Yeah, we're seeing the Jeff healing immediately. Ooh, one player gets low. It may just get a pick here on the side of Yukon.
That's
just
gonna
barely misses. Oh, wait, no, they did get a pick. They got the Emma, and they were getting the oh my goodness, I do not know names apparently. Just barely able to get picks off though. No trades yet from the side of Moore. Looks like it's not winning the fight there. Jeff's going to try and get out, doesn't get out, and that is a fight win for the side of Yukon.
That is definitely a hard point to hold, especially against that type of team composition, and with how aggressive they're being. They're pushing forward without any stopping, which can definitely make it really hard when you're just having to keep pushing back. And with the lower amount of heals that you had right there at the beginning, they do switch back over to the Luna.
You see Moore also switch onto the Hella, try and get a bunch of headshots. Team is going to be very headshot heavy though. If they're not landing headshots, they're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. But I'm still interested to see how this could go.
Absolutely. One thing I noticed is that their Luna has been playing very aggressively more up in the middle of the team, where I normally would see them playing much more in the back. Yukon is going to go ahead and use both of their support ults there.
Going to see if the support ults are strong but stacked on top of each other. Not the most beneficial. We might see an Agamotto come out. Oh, see an Agamotto on the opposite side. Wrong one. My apologies. We do see the Winter Soldier ult also come out. No picks have been. Oh, there has been a pick on the side of Moore. Takes out the one other Eye of Agamotto. Phoenix comes out, takes out one. This fight is looking advantageous for Moore, and that's a fight win for the side of Moore.
Absolutely. It looks like Yukon just couldn't quite sustain with the amount of ults that was coming out from Moore's side with Phoenix, Cloak and Dagger, and also the Eye of Agamotto from Strange. That's a very dangerous combination to have to go up and deal against, even if one of the other... Oh, they're coming in with the portal.
Wait. Was there an ult that was just hit?
It looks like they tried to go ahead and use that Emma ult, but it got canceled, so it only got sent to 50%. Oh. That's very dangerous there.
That's... okay, I thought there was an ult coming out, but it got canceled. That's... Wow, that was very well played.
Very beautiful. It seems like he may have gotten grabbed right there at the end.
Yeah, we're going to see who doesn't follow up on the kill. We see the ult come out and maybe try and win them around that shield. Very well played with that shield. Just barely misses. Gets the kill before the execute can come off. The execute does end up coming off, though. Just barely with that Hella dealing damage.
Still a great hold there from Moore, holding down Yukon, getting at least a couple out. It's going to be kind of a slow, staggered fight here to start. A couple good headshots there.
Seeing just an intense hold. All the team has respawned for both sides, so it's really just whoever goes in, who makes a move first. Looking like maybe wanting to try and get a explosion off there with the Scarlet Witch. Looks like a bunch of ults going off. Yep, 2 ults on the side of Moore, or not Moore, sorry, Yukon. We are going to see a multiple ults go off themselves.
Very good eye of Agamotto.
Very good at Agamotto. This is looking great for Moore right now. Just needs to secure these last few kills,
Absolutely.
and then they'll be great.
It looks like they are going to be able to take this Strange out. He's just quite a little bit too low there. That's going to be a very big stagger. Having to respawn for the extra 10 seconds is going to just pull a lot of time away. One thing I would like to see is either of Moore's DPS switch up and go up top onto that top right building. That would be a very good spot for them. Right now, though, they are sustaining that bottom angle.
We're going to see a lot of ults, I think, this fight. I think Yukon should absolutely use these ults. If they don't, it's going to be a little bit rough for them to win this fight, but I still think
Beautiful pull on the
Great
Emma
grab.
here.
Very good way to dislocate wherever. Gets a pick. Gets another. Gets a... Oh, wow, that kill feed!
Stellar ultimate from the Winter Soldier there. Lukey Pookie dominating the playfield there.
Again, that's my guy right there.
That's my
I
Pookie.
love Winter Soldier. That was very well played from Lukey Pookie. Oh my.
Looks like Lukey Pookie is going to be looking for this Hella, sneaking down in the back line here.
Ooh,
Very
the Hella.
good pull.
Ooh, this is great. Doesn't secure the kill enough. Does get it though, in the end.
Squeezes it out. That's going to be a very good forcible moment for them, pushing Moore all the way back. If they can keep sustaining this team fight, which as it looks like they are, it's going to be really dangerous for Moore. They do get that block off on the pull from Winter Soldier with the Strange block.
These pulls from the Winter Soldier are going crazy. They have been absolutely destroying the side of Moore right now. We see 2 ults come off though. Could this win them the fight? Still have a lot of ults. One grab, another grab. Ooh, this is looking rough. See the Hella
Oh, but
ult
beautiful
come out.
picks from the Hella on Moore's side, securing 3 picks on Yukon. That's going to really stall the fight for them and just trap it right there at the beginning past second point.
How strong do you think Hella is?
I think Hella is a very strong character, but also very balanced. Looks like we're coming in with a little bit of a pause here for a moment.
Yeah. I think Hella has a lot of capabilities for damage. It's just as soon as you hit just any headshot and as soon as you're able to get your ult off, you are a menace.
Absolutely.
At the cost of being super, super squishy and being forced to kind of play a little bit farther, you know. Hella is just strong, and I think Yosei is playing very well.
Absolutely.
With the Hella.
It's definitely one of her strongest suits, though, of being able to play at such a long range and still have so much damage potential, especially with hitting those headshots. We're going to be coming back in here down from the pause as Yukon is slowly going to start making their play in.
Immediate fight as soon as we get out of that pause. Entire team is there on both sides. Immediate Emma ult. We might see a Bucky ult come out as well. No, we're going to see the denial. No incentive to ult right now with that Luna ult coming off. We see a lot of ults, us against the world, with the Bitter King trying to just lay down as much.
That's going to be the Winter Soldier ult coming out. That's going to be a
again another
multiple picks there from
another.
Lukey Pookie, guaranteeing the team fight there.
This Winter Soldier gameplay is going very, very well for the side of Yukon. Gets another, gets the reset.
Another. He may be able to keep this going now as they're starting to come out here once again.
Might just go for it.
Oh, but he's going to go ahead and change his mind.
to.
Probably the smart idea there. It's going to be
agree.
very dangerous to go ahead and move in right to their spawn. Oh, but it does
portal.
look like they're going to be going for the portal right on the other side of the point.
Portal's there. They see the portal. They're on it. That is high priority. Great grab.
Wonderful pull from the
Great
Winter Soldier,
grab.
securing the kill on the Strange.
Looking a little rough to redeem from Moore. See it. Armed and dangerous on the side of Moore. Just not enough to pull through and to answer with just the absolute numbers that Yukon had.
Absolutely. Yukon was having a very good time playing with that Winter Soldier. Luki was dominating with his ultimates and his pulls, displacing anybody who was managing to try and sneak in, just grabbing them out of there and forcing them into a position where they do not want to be.
I think throughout all of the season so far, Winter Soldier has held strong. He is an insanely strong character. He's a little frail, but as soon as you're able to use any abilities, he slowly starts to become a little bit. His abilities reset the amount of ammo he has. He only has 3 ammo in his gun, but it resets the amount of ammo you have. Just instantly reloads. Also able to give you a little bit of shield as soon as you hit it. So this character is absolutely strong, especially with that ult execute. Just lowers the total health of the entire team, letting your teammates answer to anything while also letting you just go on an insane streak and hitting all those clips. Because trust me, it is very fun to hit insane Bucky clips, let me tell you.
Absolutely. It looks like Moore is going to be going very, very heavy on their hit scan comp here, going on the attack. So we're going to be looking out to see if they're going to be able to get some of those quick picks on the squishies that are going to be in Yukon's lines.
Yeah. Just see the instant immediate jump. This could get a little risky. Yosei gets picked off too early with his team is right there with them. They're just going to be trying to walk up as far as they can. Just try and get as much space as possible. They need the space. They need to be able to get this cap. Going to see a couple shots go off. Just dealing passive damage. We're seeing the turret come out, trying to do big damage. Just getting knocked down really fast. Already at 58 HP. Already broken. We're already also seeing a lot of ults come down. There might be a pick. Yes, there is. Yukon getting a pick onto the Emma. Getting multiple picks. 2, 3, 4. Already down. Not looking great for the side of Moore. And that's already basically a team wipe. Yosei needs to retreat. Not to give them another pick. Very well played by Yukon.
Absolutely. We are seeing a lot of ult charge come out very, very quickly for Yukon supports and for Luki Puki, of course, on that Winter Soldier. They're already about to have their Cloak and Dagger as well as their Armed and Dangerous, which is really going to be a big factor in this next team fight, depending on if they use it or not, which I am expecting they will, with the amount of squishies that Moore has on their team currently.
You could call that ult dangerous.
Absolutely. And armed.
Yeah.
So we're expecting to see right here. Oh, here comes
this
out
is
the
a dangerous
ult.
ult, actually. Speaking of,
for their tanks. Oh, but they
it's
just
not
can't
down,
quite get it out.
Oh, this could get insane. That ult could have done so much for them, but we're going to see the ult trade from both Cloaks and Daggers. We're seeing the perfect Hex, it seems. Maybe being able to pick off
Absolutely, two
Get
picks
both
there.
supports. Wait, this is insane for the side of Yukon. Very well played. This is another fight win for Yukon. Just not able to do much. We're going to see a Star-Lord switch. Star-Lord being very strong, being able to just fly up in the air with the ult. But we are just going to see Yukon just win that fight. Immediately going to go to the next fight, as it seems the entire team has returned. We have a little bit of downtime, it seems. So, what do you think of the switch? Never mind, we don't have downtime. That's a strange
We're
portal.
go ahead and portaling in there. I'm expecting to see one of these strange ults come out very quickly here.
This could be a great strange ult.
Beautiful
cancel
there on the Eye of Agamotto.
Amazing cancel. Very, very well played. Dude, this Bucky is dangerous. Armed and dangerous. This guy is going crazy.
Oh, and here comes the other Eye of Agamotto, and the Bucky ult is coming out. Going to be securing one. Going for... Oh, but it just barely gets taken out. Moore is going to go ahead and secure that point, it looks like. I doubt that Yukon is going to be able to speed back in time unless they get that strange portal off there, which they might be able to just in time.
I don't think they'll opt to go for the portal. I think they'll just opt to try and just fight for next point. They just need to hold as long as possible. They already stalled a lot of time, so there's a good chance they could pull this through. But again, Moore has a enough time to maybe try and win. Going to see the Star-Lord get picked off a little bit, get dislocated, not to where they want to be. Try and get the pick here. Seeing a Bitter King get a pick off.
Be a very good pick onto their Wanda from Star-Lord.
Oh, we see a. It's getting rough. Oh,
a lot of picks coming out on Yukon side onto Moore, which is just going to hard hold it there right after that first point.
Yeah,
they're going to have to be very careful, though, playing so far up because they're going to have spawn advantage. Moore is, at least, for this fight.
Yeah, this could go any way still. I like the idea of an Emma ult here. They're all grouped up together. It's like just looking at a gold mine there. I would have hit that ult. I would have given in to my urges. The ult surely comes in soon. They're trying to maybe get as much charge as possible on their beam, so up to 70%. Going to see the Cloak and Dagger ult come off though.
I do think they're going to be using that Emma ult in just
Great
a moment.
pull.
They seem to have been waiting out any of the support ults that they had left. So I'm expecting they're going to use it the second that they know that Luna does not have ult just yet. Beautiful pick on the Strange there.
Going to see the 100% come off. Also the mental domination so much. I'm expecting the ult to come out now. This ult should be coming off as soon. This could secure them a win, but I am going to see it. Yep, there it is.
Absolutely, but there's a big counterplay from the Luna Snow. That's going to be both Luna Snow ults out on the field at the same time. That's going to be a perfect stalemate.
Luna's opting to keep their team alive. It could be Agamotto here. Doesn't seem to be necessary as Moore is going down. They're already half of their numbers down. Just not, and also one extremely low. Just gets picked off.
This is going to be a dangerous position for the Star-Lord to be in.
Yeah. Also with ult coming up on the Star-Lord is going to be a menace in the back lines. What do you think of Star-Lord? Do you think Star-Lord is as strong as other characters that can deal with the back line? What do you think?
I think that Star-Lord is a very heavy skill-based character. Not everyone can be sufficient on him. Oh, he gets a quickly picked off by Luki Pookie.
Double headshot from the Buckies.
He's definitely a character that if you know how to play him correctly, you will 100% be able to carry a team fight with your ultimate and just simply with your abilities.
Does he get the reset? He just barely misses the window. Going to see another fight. See the Executioner come out. You'll say, does win them that fight. They're just going to try and get the picks off from that Winter Soldier in the back. They are getting healed though, so it might just not be enough.
Does look
that
like
Cloak and Dagger
will be able to
overtime,
escape just barely.
One of their star players alive. Could get a pick here. Very low, very low. Just barely misses the opportunity though. By the Eye of Agamotto, that's a lot
Beautiful
of
Eye
hits
of Agamotto,
right there.
but just taking too much damage from that Emma's kick into the wall.
Now this is a fight win for Moore. Yeah, that was well played by Moore. What do you think of that?
That was a very good team fight. Not many ults being used. Obviously, they used the Emma and the Doctor Strange, but just couldn't quite secure it on Yukon side with the Emma ult. So now they're going to be playing the bit of a longer game for this last choke. I'm expecting to see some of their zoning ults come out pretty soon. Just like whenever they get their Cloak and Dagger ult, I'm expecting it to come out very, very soon.
Yeah. They can't play the time game too long. They only have 1 minute in order to win the game. Bitter Kings immediately hit it, just like you said. Going to see also a Luna ult come out. I'm also expecting another ult. Yep, there it is.
Oh, but gets grabbed down.
Grabbed.
Doesn't get the chance to use Chaos.
Looks like Legendary also comes out, maybe just dealing a bunch of burst damage. Gets them another win.
A lot of ults coming out on Moore's side. Yukon is really going to have to focus in here. They're going to be having at least 3 ults and leading up to their Emma and their Wanda ult very soon. It's going to be very close here. I'm expecting a pull here, and we're going to see if he's going to go in with this ult here, trying to get out one of those squishies.
See the ults come out. All of these ults.
This is going to be very hard to secure the next ult for Luki Pookie.
This is the last ult. This is just a insane pit. Oh, it would have been great if that chaos went off, but it doesn't seem to be going off. Eye of Agamotto goes off, gets one of their supports, blocking the Emma Frost. Oh my god, I get those two mixed up because they're both names and something ice related.
Emma Snow and Luna Frost.
Yeah, I got a little
My
confused
favorite
about
DPS characters.
that.
It does look like Moore is going to be able to secure that third point. A very good and very intense last team fight there. Every ult they had was coming out all at the same time. That can be a very, very stressful situation. I really liked the ult once again from Luki Puki, but I also loved seeing the Emma ult, specifically from Vic. They were very, very strong and very good at zoning anybody who was just a little bit too low on health, at pulling them out from cover.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the constant overtime, round 3 and 4. It's going to get insane.
Absolutely.
This is going to be an intense fight.
It doesn't look like we're seeing many changes. They're going to be pulling out the Rocket Raccoon on Yukon. But besides that, I'm not seeing anything so far that's going to be changed. They're going to be also doing the Punisher on Yukon as well. So going for a lot heavier range damage. Most of their close range damage is going to be relying on Luki Puki on Winter Soldier. Whereas on the opposite side, they have Punisher and also they have Star-Lord, who's going to be kind of doing that backline and also just quick chunk damage on any of the squishies.
Right, and I wouldn't scoff at the Punisher close range damage. Punisher
no, not at
does
all.
have a shotgun.
Absolutely.
And that, sometimes people forget about that. That shotgun does damage up close. Also going to see turrets. In
Interesting
a specific
turret spot.
angle.
I'm excited to see, though. I do think this could have some good potential. If they're not expecting it, they might try and push into that room for a little bit of safety during the team fight, and that's going to be very dangerous to do with a Punisher turret there.
60 seconds on the clock. You see the turret going out as well on the other side. Oh, the turret being discovered, just wanting not to peek that. That is a dangerous area to peek. Maybe try and go and get a pick on the back line there.
Out of everyone, I would want Star-Lord dealing with it instantly, because he's going to be the one character who can easily get away from it.
See the switch to the shotgun. I told you that close range damage making Star-Lord a little bit scared to try and peek.
It's an intense brawl over here on the front line between Yukon and Moore. Building up those ults very quickly. Bitter King is about to have his Cloak and Dagger ultimate, as well as SB9000 on Moore's side. Waiting to see which one's going to come out first. It's going to go ahead and be Bitter King and SB9000 at the same time.
Double Cloak and Dagger ults going off. We're going to see a Judge, Jury, Executioner also come off. You might see a Bucky ult as well come off. Nope, you see the, oh, that got melted instantly. Armed and Dangerous comes
such
off.
a dangerous last ult to have to deal with the Bucky, if he's able to grab anyone or secure it.
Agamotto, ooh, good.
Beautiful counter by Ryuichio.
Yeah, this is going very well for the side of Moore. They just need to hold off. Yukon just needs to be able to get some pressure on there, but they're not going to be able to, so they just opt to try and just fight for as long as they can and just try and win one. Because ultimately, Yukon just needs to win one fight. As long as they can win one fight, the tides will be turned into their favor. We're going to be seeing the fights extend a little bit, turning off of both sides.
I'm expecting to see one of the two ults on Yukon's side come out very quickly here. There goes Moore going ahead and using that M ult, see if they can secure anyone. They are going to get two of them, but they're getting blocked off by that Strange Shield. And there comes out the Armed and Dangerous once again.
Yeah, this is going crazy. Legendary. We're going to be seeing a lot of damage come out, but it's not enough. Also
but getting grabbed by that M ult is really going to put a lot of strain and completely cancel out the usage of that ultimate.
Maybe a little bit of a...
It does look like Yukon is going to be able to hold this, securing all the kills there.
Now, Yukon just needs to be able to cap and get just a little bit farther.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be really difficult, though.
It's doable.
Specifically because there's a little bit more time on the board here. And also, they're going to be going a comp that's specifically meant to just hard hold, so it's going to be a difficult fight. I 100% agree with you, though. It's going to be very doable. You just have to be able to play it very careful here.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, but I think it's still anyone's game, you know? It's,
Absolutely.
you know, Moore could hold them off for the exact amount of time they need, or Yukon can just pull through and just barely win.
It does look like we're going to be switching back over to the Phoenix on Moore's side, and then on Yukon, they're going to be switching over to the Penny.
I like the Penny select.
I think it's going to be very good for sustaining one team fight. If you can just lock down where you need to, the Penny's very, very strong for holding around corners, especially with the spider nest.
Yeah, Penny is strong, especially with that rocket team up. That's just 2 free spider nests. It's just absolutely strong. You're having 2 entire nests that spawn just things that you just can't really destroy without taking out just the main nest. But
they're going to have to be careful here at the very beginning. Yukon having multiple characters with very large hitboxes against this Phoenix.
Right.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and try and break this portal out.
Yep. That portal is going to be noticed. Maybe getting a hit off. Yep.
Very good portal onto the high ground. They're going to have to be very careful of that Punisher turret up top. That's going to be putting a lot of damage in. If they're not able to take it out too quickly, it's just going to put a lot of chunks on them.
Living. Good grab. Puts him in a bad spot and gets the kill. Yep. And Frost also going to get the kill.
Wait and see. It does look like Moore is going to be able to hold it for this fight. There's going to be 1 or 2 more fights most likely available.
Wow.
However, they're going to have to be careful now that they do not have that strange portal.
Yeah, that's a dangerous cooldown to lose. That strange portal does a lot for them.
Absolutely. And it's a very risky play to make on overtime.
We're going
leading into the portal.
We're going to see the Captain America switch, though. Getting a team up with the star of their team currently, Big Spooky, going crazy on that Bucky. You know, I think this could go very well.
Absolutely.
Going to play a little bit passive. Not sure if they are opting to try and just explode and wait for the rest of their team. It seems like that's what's happening, though. Going to just wait.
Oh, it looks like we may be having an issue here with Yukon's side, as none of them seem to be moving, trying to get to the last part of the point.
I don't know what happened there, but I guess the round went to Moore.
Absolutely. So I do think they could have touched there. It seems like they were having a little bit of an issue there, but it definitely would have been a tough fight, as the last 2 were very, very difficult and very close fights.
Yeah. I'm very confused as to what happened on Yukon, whether that was intentional or whether that was just, hey, we just are having some issues, you know. I was hoping to see if maybe they could pull it back and maybe win that fight, but right now Moore is 2-1 right now. We're going to game 4. What are your expectations?
I'm expecting great things from this.
I
think it has been a very, very close call so far, with both teams performing almost perfectly equal. Specifically on Yukon's side, their ultimates from their DPS have been very, very strong.
Right.
Ultimates for supports have been pretty much even on both sides, and Moore has been really pristine with those tank ultimates that have been winning team fights back to back. So I'm expecting great things from this next match.
Yeah, and we also can't ignore the Bucky ults. The Bucky ults have been absolutely being able to just win them fights, just getting picks after pick after pick after pick. And it's just a really strong ult to have in the game. But we're going to go to a quick be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
we are back. Now, here is the question that everyone is asking right now. Do you know what the question is?
I don't know what the question is. I'd like you to enlighten me.
I will happily enlighten you. Will Moore take away this game in the next round? Or will Yukon come back, put it 2-2, and we go to a game 5?
I think it's definitely a possibility that they could, but it's
think-
going to be tough. They've
I
been
think this
so
could go
evenly
crazy.
matched so far.
I think this could be insane. I think so
Absolutely.
far, Moore has been showing a crit. All right, so we're stacking Spider-Man.
This is going to be a heavy dive against a heavy poke and anti-dive composition here. I like these picks right here. Looking at the bans, it does look like they're going to be wanting to take out the Emma on both sides. Both of them are sick of having to deal with it, as well as that Winter Soldier.
A mutual agreement to not play Emma. I like it. The Winter Soldier ban is going to be rough.
Absolutely.
Both teams have been playing Winter Soldier. Same with Doctor Strange as well. This is going to be an interesting little, this is going to be an interesting game here. I think.
I agree. They're going to have to change up their team comp here with all the bans and stuff that they're throwing into place.
Yeah. I think Yukon can come back if these bans are advantageous for them, which already seems like they have a comp in mind for this specific band set. It's looking great. I'm liking the team comes. We are going to see a DC on the side of Moore, so might have to pause in middle, make sure that they get back in the game. But so far, what do you think of this team comps?
I think it's looking good so far. I think it's going to be dive heavy on Moore's side if they're going to be running with that Black Panther. It is going to be, though, very brawly with the Thing and Groot there. So they're going to be playing around a lot of corners and forcing Yukon into positions that are going to be very vulnerable down in those center lanes.
If I'm Yukon, though, I'm not going to mind the brawl because all you have to do is just hold the S key, go backwards. You know?
Absolutely.
They won't be able to do too much to someone who's just walking backwards, but
Yukon is going to be able to throw a lot of their heals onto their Magneto and Phoenix with
Right.
Luki Puki and their Captain America both being able to sustain themselves really, really well in a team fight, especially against a comp like this. Ryuichiro is back on that Luna Snow. Oh, instantly going in for the dive on that Groot.
gets 100% on the attack speed. Gets low, though. Gets healed very fast. Immediately able to go back in. Maybe just try and keep their attack speed. Gets low again. Hit out by the... Ooh, this Wolverine could go down. Just
Very
doesn't,
good pick
though.
from Yusuf there on the Black Panther. Quickly taking out the Bitter King.
Maybe the brawl was the right play on the side of Moore because they're able to just sweep through. Ooh, this reset. Yep,
Another
gets out,
beautiful
gets
pick.
healing. A little rough. Seeing a lot of damage from the Captain America. Captain just doesn't care. He's going right back in. He's going right for that back line. Trying to get some picks there. Ooh, this thing, though, is getting a little too close for comfort.
It does look like Moore is building up their ult really, really fast. Approaching, there comes out the Black Panther ult. Approaching the Namor and as well as the Luna Snow. Whereas on Yukon's side, they're just running a little bit slow to it. Going to be coming out first with that Rocket Raccoon and then the Phoenix. But not before they're already getting that point there. Very, very good push.
Yeah, we're going to see the first point get taken, just like you said. Great pick onto that rocket. Maybe able to get out as well. Yep, nice. Very well played by the Moore side thing. Is going to maybe get them a nice fight win. Ooh, gets spotted out.
Absolutely. It's
get rough.
dangerous
This is
to
a
play a
good
game
ult
of Ring
play
Around the
here.
Rosie with that Black Panther.
This ult could come out. Nope, just
Throwing
doesn't.
it out there.
We have a lot of ults online for everyone. This could just be a massive ult fight, honestly. I'd love to see how it goes.
It's unfortunate Bitter King had to use the Cloak and Dagger ult because now they're going to be at the disadvantage with the support ults.
Ooh, just barely misses.
Very long-range Magneto ult there.
Wait, but not in the thing. Still could get it. Nope, just misses. We're going to see the amplifier come out. getting broken pretty fast. They need to utilize it as much as they
Moore is
can.
leading in with so many ults.
ults.
They're going to go ahead and start using all of them. Yukon is going to be at such a disadvantage here, lacking on the ult side, only having Wolverine and Phoenix. Oh, but it does look like he's leading in with that ult. Is Luki Puki going to be able to sustain himself? Not quite.
Ooh, this might be a win for Yukon. Maybe might be able to scrape the win from this. Everyone's looking low. The HP economy is not looking good. The Eye of Agamotto gets a lot.
Agamotto is
That's
a massive
5
ultimate
hits.
that gets everyone. That's going to pretty much secure that team fight for Moore, killing over half their team there. Just barely having to survive there now against the last couple people.
That was enough time for Moore to just respawn. Ooh, but that strange going down is very bad. Ooh, the ult
Luki is
cancel.
dangerous on that Wolverine, especially against a character like Strange, who has a large health pool, but he's still one of these squishier tanks without his shield, which obviously Wolverine negates.
Yeah, this is looking great for Yukon right now. They are just holding on to as much hope as they can. They want to force this into another game, but, you know, anything can happen.
I'm hoping to see an early Namor ult here, trying to lead in and take out one of those supports, but they're going to have to now wait out the Bitter King's Cloak and Dagger ult. It's going to be very, very dangerous. A lot of range on that thing ult. It's going to take out one of them, and they're just slowly picking them off now. They're going to have to be forced to regroup and back up.
This is a disadvantageous spot for Moore to be in. Oh, many picks with that Phoenix. Nice hits with the double taps.
This is an insanely dangerous place to have to play against a Phoenix because
Right.
you're forced to be grouped up with the tight kind of corridor that you're in. So with the amount of splash damage that you get, not only from the Phoenix actually hitting her own, you know, AoE shots and critical hits, but also them affecting other teammates.
Was that a portal I heard? It was a portal that I heard. We're going to see them come from behind. They're going to be focused a lot on that. Here, Magneto coming back out. Just gets broken by the little doorway. Unfortunate area to get popped off.
This is a
The
very
rocket
big
ult gets
pincer attack right here happening. It looks like, though, Yukon is going to go ahead and go in and secure two of the picks there. Health is getting low on Moore's side. They're going to be down a couple.
good shield on the side of Magneto.
It was a very good Eye of Agamotto. Just kind of got canceled out by the amount of heals that they had left on Yukon's side there.
Seeing Black Panther try and just find a pick maybe. Just gets out. They know they're somewhere, but they don't know where they are.
This is
Oh,
definitely
they see-
going to be a
they don't
difficult
see.
comp for Black Panther to secure a pick in.
Yep, Phoenix spots it out. Black Panther has come back. Oh, in a very bad spot. Gets out though. Double dash. Very strong. Clobbering time comes off. Stuns a couple. Going to see a lot of utility and maybe some holds this fight. See.
Phoenix is still holding on to the ult. They're going to go ahead
Bass
and
gets
throw
one,
out the
two,
Black
three.
Panther.
Wait, this Black Panther could absolutely save them the fight, but 3 HP in a dream. Can they get out? Maybe.
Beautiful pick and beautiful
out.
escape from Yusa on the Black Panther. Oh, but just barely gets picked last second by that Wolverine.
Is putting on that pressure. Amplifier
Still
comes
launching
out. We have seen
such a
so
high-
many amplifiers. Clobbering time.
Oh, but a beautiful Luna ult right there.
Ooh! You said beautiful Luna ult. Look at that beautiful Namor ult. Gets two. Maybe just wins the fight here on the side of Moore. Yeah, that really just helped them. Oh, no. Coming out. Yeah, that's a fight win for the side of Moore. They could push it to this next point, get some more time on their timer. Except for Yukon is fighting. They want to make sure that they don't get this point.
Beautiful pick from Yusa, though.
3.29 meters.
Securing two immediately before the fight even begins. That's a huge stagger that's going to allow them to get that second point there.
Going to go to the final point. Which I'm wrong. I am wrong. I thought it was just a straight shot. No, it's a little bit of a curve.
It's going to actually end up being a little bit of two curves. There's going to be three main areas here. Starting with this one, there's going to be that big high ground, and then they have one final stretch right outside of the spawn there.
This could be dangerous for the side of Moore. These angles seem difficult to hold. Looks like they're holding the first one very well, but same might not be said for the second one. Great grab, puts them in a very bad spot. Gets the heel off though, very low. We're going to see a bunch of ults come off. You see the Phoenix ult doesn't break. Nope. Phoenix ult stays on.
Yukon's going to have to be careful now. They're going to be down quite a few ults. Next up is going to be that Magneto, but Moore still has at least 4 in reserve, which are going to be coming out very soon. Here comes that clobbering time. That's going to be a huge pick onto that Phoenix. Oh, just barely survives it.
Moore is putting up a great fight. Yukon, though, is responding as such. We're going to see Mutant Kind come in. Gets a pick.
Moore is still going to have that strange ult at the ready and is going to be building up pretty soon back to the thing and also with their Cloak and Dagger. Whereas they're going ahead and go ahead and use Berserker's Rage on there.
See.
Going in, they secure to there. They held it down during the overtime.
Unless they can touch, they might. Ooh, good
Beautiful freeze by the Luna is going to
Gets a little bit of a touch.
One touch.
They're not out of this just yet. If they can keep hold.
Oh, but they do get the portal in. Just barely ran out of time right as they dropped in with Eye of Agamotto there.
Oh, if they just had a little bit of time left, that probably could have changed the tides of the fight, especially with that portal near their spawn.
Absolutely.
I loved the idea on the side of Moore, just not enough time to execute it. Yukon is putting up a bigger fight. You know, they want to go to game 5.
And it really goes to show that they understand the fact that every second counts. If you can stall anyone for even a second, or if you can get to a point even a second sooner, it makes the biggest difference in the world.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of comp change. We're going to see Punisher come out on both sides. Placements and a couple of these characters. We're not going to see a Black Panther, which could be good, could be bad, but we also don't know until, you know, it's seen in action. What are you thinking of this right now?
I think this might be a very good change. It's a longer range map in kind of the middle of it. The Black Panther is just too hard to sustain sometimes, especially on this map and with these differing comps. It's hard to secure a pick on one of the supports that can easily get out. So I think that this might be a much more stable pick, especially against something like the Thing, where the Punisher is very good at just chunking him down.
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked on what you said because I just realized that Wolverine can be picked up by the Thing.
Absolutely.
That could be interesting. That could be good for certain placement. Oh, we're going to see maybe try and get a pick there. Good dislocation. Wait! Oh, that's amazing dislocation. You absolutely do not want your root right there. Might go down.
Might be able to trap him. He just barely misses taking it out, but he might be able to secure the pick here. No, he's going to go ahead and pull back here now.
Going to see the Phoenix just getting nice hits off. Punisher turret going to make sure this Phoenix cannot do anything. Good choice to go down. Get out of that Punisher turret. That turret is deadly. You do not want to be there. We're going to see ult's already ready. Ooh, maybe a little late on that ult. No, perfectly on time actually. Just barely gets their team alive. I thought that was looking very, very fishy from the side.
Oh, they're all building up the ults very quickly now. Yukon going ahead and using that Cloak and Dagger ult. Now waiting to use the rest of them. They're going to be building up that last Punisher ult also very quickly. But Moore is building up super fast and going ahead and use a couple, but they just can't quite get it out.
Wait, if they get the support, get the, oh no. That was a very well played though. That got like nearly over half the team
Cloak and
out
Dagger
of that
on
fight.
Moore's side, just barely sustaining himself and Yusa, but just couldn't quite hold out until they got back in time before they got clobbered.
That Wolverine is putting in work.
Absolutely.
That was very well played by you. Great use of the util and ultimate. Exactly what you needed in this situation.
Watching
right
the Thing on Yukon's side challenge this corner. He's going to definitely have to play safe though against these ults, especially that Punisher ult.
Oh, wow!
Beautiful play by that Magneto, securing that fight entirely with the usage of his ult. Such a dangerous ult to have thrown at you, especially when you're throwing in damage such as the Punisher. It's either make or break whether or not you break Magneto's ult first, or if he throws it out quick enough. It's just so much damage and so hard to counter there.
Dude, fear Magneto. Holy, that was very well played. Getting, what was it, 3 off of that
4.
one? Oh, 4.
4 right off the
Wow.
bat there.
Okay. Going to just, we're just going in. We want to win.
Absolutely.
This is what Yukon said.
I
we
see
want
the
to win.
switch onto the Moon Knight. Love that switch. This is going to be very good into their comp. They're just going to have to be watching. They'll put a lot of chunk damage onto their thing and anybody nearby, which is going to be very good, as long as they make sure that they're hitting the characters first before the Ankh.
Yeah, going to see that Ankh instantly be broken. Oh, they have a team up with Broken Dagger. I forgot. It's a good team up to keep Moon Knight survivability up to what already doesn't have as much survivability.
Beautiful
It's very
displacement
nice.
once again by Luki Buki onto that group, trapping him in the corner and securing the kill.
Yep, very well played. Good displacement. The Moon is coming out and haunting 2, 3. Gets a revive though from the rocket. Very well played. That. Oh, this could go crazy
Seeing a
again.
absolutely brutal ultimate by Luki Buki, once again securing multiple picks there. That's going to be Yukon taking out 2 with the utilization of that Wolverine ult, but they're going to be going ahead. Moore is going to be using that Cloak and Dagger ult, as well as Yukon holding the fight to a standstill right there as both sides kind of regroup and figure out the next plan. Oh, but here comes in clobbering time.
Good clobber.
Beautiful clobbering there.
Beautiful clobbering.
Beautiful clobbering.
can we get that as a quote?
Someone put that on a bump card or a bumper sticker.
No, have that as a license plate.
Seeing that Magneto ult is about to come up.
Coming out. There might be a Magneto ult here unless they're saving it.
Very close fights. I am expecting them to use it possibly here against this Luna ult. They're going to go ahead and throw out that Rocket Raccoon ult.
Magneto is looking for the Luna. Gets the Luna.
Beautiful pick on the Luna and half health down on the thing. Going to be pushing in now, but just can't quite sustain himself.
Not enough to live. There's going to be good contest here on the side of Moore and Yukon.
They
This
still
angle
just have
is
so
up.
much time though as well.
This angle is.
Oh, but the thing now has fallen a little bit out of position. He has to try and get out. I don't think he's going to be able to. He just went in a little too far there, thinking that there may have been a jump pad there, and there just wasn't.
Can't rely too hard on the jump pads. These jump pads, they're good. I'm going to see a clobber and a good displace. This gets
Beautiful
a pick.
display
Yep.
secures the pick on the strange.
Clobbering, good dodge on the side of the Wolverine against that clobbering. Going to see that Wolverine go down though.
Night ult. That's going to be a great zoning ult down in that little area, and that's a secure pick on 2 more people from Yukon's team by Moore.
It's looking great for Moore right now if they're wanting to secure this win and become 2-0. Right now, Yukon though is just fighting. They want to put this to a game 5. Really, I think they can do it. It just really takes a bit of effort and a bit of teamwork, and I think they have the capabilities. They just need the perfect opportunities. Good pick.
Is that the advantage, being able to throw out all those ults? However, Moore is going really, really fast with gaining their ults back. That Moon Knight got it back within the last about 30 seconds or so with the past team fight.
Going to have 1 minute remaining on the clock in order for Yukon to try and secure this potential win so they can continue. But Moore, they want to shut this down as fast as possible. Going to see, is the Ankh on the shield? Or is that just the, okay, no. Clobbering time.
Beautiful
comes
clobbering
out.
time coming in. That's going to be a takeout on 1 support already. There's a takeout on the Strange by Yukon. Oh, if Luki Buki can confirm the kill on the Luna and now going in for the Namor. Beautiful picks by Luki Buki there, securing Yukon's place right there.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they
And
brought
I
it
do
back.
believe that's going to allow them to take that point unless they are able to get that portal off.
Portal's
I don't
coming
know
off.
if they're going to be able to. No,
Can it
they
cancel?
just can't get it in time.
You hear the portal go off though, so they're going to be in a different spot maybe. Oh, they're opting to go through the portal. Wait, this is an amazing play. I'm loving how this is going because this incredibly hurt side of Moore punish the use of that portal. And it looks like it ended up working as they're forced to give the space.
Absolutely. With such a good ability like that, you do have to be careful. If mistimed, it can be a very good resource for the enemy team to then push forward much faster than you were expecting, which is exactly what Yukon ended up doing. Though there is going to be a bit of a play here for the ult game. Yukon is going to be coming up with 3 ults currently, as well as more. They're going to go ahead and starting to use both of their support ults on Yukon's side.
Ults are coming out. They need to get some picks. There's no picks on the side right now, except for some
Beautiful dodge by Moon Knight.
Moon Haunts. Is it enough? It's not enough. Might go to big
but a
stun
beautiful-
on both of the supports. Just barely lets them live. It might go to Yukon, and we are going to a game 5. This is insane.
This has been a very stressful set of games so far. It's gone perfectly in pair with each other. They've been so evenly matched so far. And it's amazing to see how even through the different team compositions, they still continue to strive for all of this.
Yeah, this is insane. 2 and 2, all coming down to this last game. Both are putting up such a strong fight.
Absolutely.
Who do you think is going to take this home?
I think it's about 50-50.
I
I
agree.
think that Moore has really been putting in a lot of work on holding very, very hard. But Yukon has a lot of damage potential, as we've seen, especially with Lukey Pookie on the different characters he's been playing so far, has been putting in a lot of work. So it's definitely going to be difficult to try and sustain against that.
Yeah, and to recap, Moore at first was not in the greatest situation, but like already starting off 0-1 against Yukon, and then immediately taking 2 rounds off of Yukon. They had such a strong lead coming up, and then now they just slightly fall down. Just maybe are they going to just lose this next game, or what do you think? What do
Well,
you think
the devil's in the details, really. It's
Yeah.
going to come down right to the very end of who's faster, who has more ultimates, who uses them in the better situation.
Right.
So that's really what it's going to end up going down to. It's not going to be an easy thing to just decide before we see it, especially with how evenly matched they have been thus far. It's really going to be tight. It's going to be a very, very close call.
Right. Well, evenly matched or not, everything comes down to this game 5. Don't go anywhere. This is going to get intense. We are back, and you notice I am with a different person. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Fuzzball?
Yeah, I'm Fuzzball, a.k.a. Garto Barto, a.k.a. the best Overwatch player you've ever seen, a.k.a. Bronze 3 in Marvel Rivals.
Dude, that's an insane
I am not
achievement.
Grandmaster. I'm not Hardstuck Grandmaster like that guy known is. So a little bit of a change here as this stream has gone a little bit long. That guy known had to retire permanently. He'll probably be here next week, but he's retired. So
he'll
I'm
be
here
here
as the
next week.
replacement for this very exciting Game 5 of
Yeah.
Yukon versus Moore.
Yeah, so again, to recap, we have Yukon taking up the next game. I still think it is crazy. It looked very rough in the side of Yukon for a second, and Moore was just putting up a good fight, but Yukon just took it back and forcing this Game 5.
For sure.
What do you think of everything that you've seen so far?
Yeah, so I think this entire series has been about momentum. So we saw it very early with Yukon coming out of the gates and winning that first map.
Right.
Looked very dominant in that first game. Until about map 3, that's when Moore really started turning it around in the first round. And then was able to carry that momentum over through rounds 2 and 3, picking up their map wins, and then Yukon being able to get back on the board. I thought Moore had put away that Game 4, watching it myself, and then Yukon had a spark, and I think a lot of it was off of Luki Puki, who has been balling out all day today.
Right.
On the Wolverine in that last map, was able to really turn around that last game and start clinching that win for Yukon. Really impressive from them as a whole. So Yukon, I think, has the momentum right now of this game, picking up that last round win. It's going to be interesting to see if they can convert it over to a complete win.
Right, and they're going to be playing on Winter Soldier, which is personally my favorite character. They've also shown to be very, very, very strong on Winter Soldier, being able to absolutely dominate on these, like, insane, like, DPS. We're going to be seeing these comps here. Now, you play Overwatch. You don't know a whole lot about
I'm an Overwatch player.
Yeah,
I'm not a Marvel Rivals player.
You don't know a whole lot about Marvel Rivals. How do you think things in this game translates to games like Overwatch? Or, like, how do you think having these skills translates to games like Overwatch?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are very similar in the two games. A lot of your win conditions are very similar, but just in Marvel Rivals, you have a lot more of ultimates. And I think Yukon has been having a really good job being able to farm their ultimates quickly and force win conditions off of that. I'm very interested to see how fast Luki Puki and the Bitter King on this Cloak and Dagger are actually able to get those ultimates, because that's something that's been winning these early fights for them.
We're going to be seeing the HP be drained very fast by this Punisher turret, causing maybe get a pick out, nice pick, maybe gets the other. Wow, very strong start from the side of Yukon, already getting half of the team out. This is looking very, very great side of Yukon.
Yeah, I was talking about ultimates being the win con, but Frunk and just the general poke from Ku on the side of Yukon being able to combo together and get some early picks, not something you see in this game very often.
Right. Immediately going into the next fight as everyone is respawned, and in the fight, Phoenix is looking to maybe get a pick there. Just gets nice damage off, but is being healed. Maybe looking for another backline hit with this Black Panther. Great pull. Absolutely great pull. Getting both of the supports into the front line. Armed and Dangerous already going off. Maybe gets a pick. There goes one. Again. Here we go. Getting another. Again. Here we go. Maybe getting one more for the road home. Just doesn't get enough. Decides to back out. Very well played. Forcing them to back out and just wait for their team to just regroup. Very well played by Luki Puki.
Yeah, another good fight win from Yukon. I think they're really having difficulty through this first choke, especially with Frunk being able to engage on the backline from this high ground, getting a lot of strong value and just slowing up the more push. As the engagement does come in, Emma Frost going to be taken down from Luki Puki there. The turret coming out on the opposite side as well. Machim just looking for a play. Actually going to get picked down. The Black Panther ultimate coming out as well, getting a pick. A lot of picks on the side of Yukon, being able to get another fight win. And Lucas, we're about at that halfway point for Moore, and they haven't even gotten a tick. I don't even think they've touched the point yet.
They have not gotten the chance to touch the point. Yukon is just holding such a good front. If I'm on the side of Moore here, I would be using these ultimates. As I say that, Luna ult comes out. You need to be using these ultimates. They're going to be counter ult. Oh my, so many ultimates are online. This is going to be very dangerous. Yukon, if using correctly, might just be able to get enough. Gets 2 with the Magneto ult. 2 very important picks. This could maybe go into the favor of Moore, though. They still have the Cloak and Dagger ult. They're still holding on very strong. Just barely gets the grab off, excuse me. Able to maybe get something going here. Maybe trying to get a pick. Loki. Ooh, amazing grab. This
snag.
might. Whoa! Wait, I thought that was it for Frunk. Okay, now they go down. That was.
Yeah,
very well played.
Moore's doing a really good job of living on these ultimate engagements. Or, I'm sorry, Yukon doing a very good job on living on these ultimate engagements and just kiting, giving so much space. And that's something you have whenever you hold these close chokes, is they know how much space they're able to give. And you're seeing Moore having to use that Luna Snow ultimate to even just walk through this first choke. It's really rough for them because they don't get any real valuable space. Frunk, once again, on this backline, looking for the high ground engagement, sees one good chunk and a dash through, tries to reset, slow it up a little bit as the Loki turret comes out.
It's going to be a big Bast ult right here if it comes off. Ooh, but there's a Bucky ult coming out. Maybe gets another pick. Just barely misses. Gets another reset. So many resets are going off due to Loki just being able to constantly say again. Even the penta kill from Luki Pookie. Oh my goodness, this character is broken.
Yeah, especially into that Loki who makes all those clones and allows the reset. We actually see the Jeff come out now for Ryochio, just looking for the touch, only 3 seconds
Another?
left. Looking for more and more again and again. Still looking for the pick. Overtime clock onto the meter. Another one. Now looking for the Everfrost, and there's no one else left to touch. Everyone is cleared out for the side of Moore. That's a full hold for Yukon.
Wow. Again.
And again, Lucas, I went into that saying that I thought Yukon had the momentum. But I didn't think it'd be like that. A complete hold on that defense, and now Yukon just has to get a tick, and they can win.
Right. Oh my, this is going to be very intense. Moore is not out of it, though. They just need to make sure they hold properly. They really need to drill down onto making sure that there's a lot of potential on maybe backcapping. Frunk could maybe just catch them off guard.
For
If
sure.
everyone is up close and personal, Frunk can just sneak in with just the mobility of just being Black Panther.
And Rico.
That's me.
Hi, Rico. I'm Fuzzball, a.k.a. Garto Barto, a.k.a. Winston elite player in Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. Where's Winston right now?
I just had this idea. Winston is not on the screen, sadly.
I'm so sorry.
We're actually looking at Frunk on the Black Panther,
Oh,
who
okay.
was playing pretty much like a Genji would in Overwatch, playing a really good job on that defense. But I had this thought. I'm not sure what happens if this map draws, because obviously we are on a map 5. I'm not sure if they would go to a map 6 or if it would be established as a draw.
That is a good question.
So that will be something. Hopefully it's not a situation that happens. Because we would be kind of inconclusive and have to go figure that out.
right.
But just a thought I had, so a little mystery for our audience on what is going to happen if Moore full holds themselves. I've seen full holds on this map. I saw one about 3 minutes ago, so definitely a possibility to happen.
I think what would happen is it would go to a what is called it is just called round 4 and not round 4, round 3 and 4. Oh, looking strong already here on Yukon, already winning the fight. This is going to be insane. Amazing grab, amazing grab. The thing is going down. The cap is filling up. This is not looking good for the side of Moore and Moore. Yukon takes it home.
Yeah, great map from Yukon. Both of these teams have been very close with one another throughout the entire series, but Yukon being able to stick in for what has been a very long game series and take that one home, advancing to 2-0.
Yeah, that was a insane showing by Luki Pookie. Insane amount of ultimates used again. Wow, that what a finisher. That's
Yeah,
all I have to
definitely
say.
very exciting. A very big statement win for Yukon, who
Right.
wins that one 3-2 over Moore High School. Yukon going to 2-0 and Moore going to 1-1. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us throughout this entire series. It was definitely a ton of fun to watch,
Yeah.
and a ton of fun to watch or to cast about 5 minutes of the Marvel Rivals series.
Hey,
So
we enjoyed your presence here.
Thank you.
We love having you here.
Yeah.
We need to give a
Yeah.
big round of applause to
and
Fuzzball.
Yukon, all I'm saying is, since I was casting, you guys are undefeated in team fights. So I'll be taking a little smidge of the check that you guys don't actually get for winning that game. You're welcome. Completely on the fuzzball right here. But yeah, that will be it for today's show. We will be streaming Rocket League next Monday, and we're excited to see you guys there.
See you guys.